So it is afternoon. Um, I am really frustrated with our entire system of care, our insurance, our medical insurance, our corporate America, with big pharma, with the fraud and the greed that goes on in this 1% that holds the finances of this planet. There are so many people in need, and our system keeps people running. It is a full-time job just to maintain Medicaid. Literally, you spend hours on the phone. It's a full-time job to try to get to appointments, or and then you go without food, and organizations will ask you your story over and over and over as to why you need help, to decide if they're really going to give you help, if you're good enough to get the help, if your story is good enough to get the help. We should not have to repeat our story. Jesus didn't say, tell me your story and then I'll tell you if I'll help you. That's not how it goes. Even Love in the Name of Christ, Love Inc. I mean, you got to tell them your story. They're going to come to your house and check it out, to see if you're worthy. The Catholic Church, if you need help from them, you're going to sit in front of a board and have to tell your entire story of molestation and rape and just terrible things, so they understand your mentality and understand that you are in a desperate situation and trying to heal. So I don't know who gave these people that are sitting on these boards the right to judge our stories, or the right to make us repeat it over and over and over and over again, because you are re-traumatizing people. This is like super frustrating. And mental health, we all have mental health at this point. All of us. We all have problems, because we went through COVID and with technology and being isolated, and they used it to start hammering down the control and telling us what to do. And it's ridiculous. So, we got to figure this out in this country. What is the solution? I have no idea. No idea. I mean, it can't be looked at. We got to flip this upside down and figure out how we can go at this from the bottom up, because you look at the tribes in Africa that are they don't have food. A lot of them don't have clean water, but they live in families and communities and villages, and they sing and they dance to God, and they are provided for. In the middle, in the bush of Africa, they're happy, they're joyous, they're happy, joyous, and free, because they don't have all this mess of just trying to our survival in this country is just as bad as it is to survive in Ethiopia of starvation at this point. We got people freezing to death in Akron on the streets, while we got Mormons with $1 million temples being built that are empty, and you can't go in unless you wear white underwear. So, I mean, come on. Like, what would Jesus do? And it's, Jesus is, who said saying shit's a cuss word? Who said that? Shit. Just don't take the Lord's name in vain. So, I'm not saying Jesus walked around cussing. He didn't. He ate with sinners. He didn't become one. But who's to say what is a sin? The Bible tells us what a sin is, and it's a bad heart. That's what a sin is. Not loving each other, providing for each other, and being in community. That's a sin. When someone's struggling, and you take it on personally, instead of realizing that people have difficulties. And no, I don't know what so-and-so's going through in their house. You guys don't know what I'm going through in my house. But I do know this. It's getting impossible to survive in the USA if you're not part of the 1%. And it's going to get worse. Worse. So we need to pull together and be a team. Hoorah. All right. Bye.